did Meghan Markle catch Prince Harry? Was their romance just a case of two people meeting each other and falling in love, or was it meticulously planned and staged by Meghan Markle herself? Today we will dive deep into this love story and understand what was done exactly by Meghan Markle to secure a relationship with one of the most desired bachelors in the world. Before we begin, I want to note that we are not here to hate on Meghan Markle or to judge her actions. Well, maybe just a little bit. This video is an investigation. We want to understand which feminine tricks and tips she used to attract his attention and to secure this relationship. And if you want to use those tricks to attract an attention of a man you are interested in, do that with caution. Part number 6, technique number 6 that she used and continues using, spoiler alert, on Prince Harry is the most powerful, the most dangerous one. So stay till the end. Darling, it's us against the whole world. I'm the victim. You need to save me, and if you don't, the story will repeat itself. Harry hated to be the second one as much as Meghan did. Hi, my name is Alona. I'm a life coach, female coach. Welcome to my channel, and let's get started. Part 1. How they met. Imagine you're an average American actress, and you have your eye on a Prince of Great Britain. How do you even get into one room with him? And before you tell me that Meghan used to be a first-grade Hollywood star and she had an amazing career before meeting Prince Harry, let's be honest, she wasn't. Before Suits, she had just few episodic roles where her sole function was to be a pretty face on the screen and nothing more than that. Suits was her first serious role, her breakthrough. However, even that is far from Angelina Jolie's fame, for example. It's just a beginning of a career, if anything at all. In fact, if she really was already that successful and that famous, meeting Prince Harry wouldn't be a problem, because she would already be in the same social circles exactly like he is. Something like when Kate Middleton met Prince William in the university. Same social circles. So then, what do? You could try moving to London and just stalk him there, but he might consider that you are a crazy fan of a royal family, and that's not good. Way better if someone who you know knew someone who knows Prince Harry very well and could introduce you to each other. We instantly trust people who are introduced to us by our friends.
We first met, we were introduced actually by a mutual friend who we
should protect her privacy
yeah.
But wait. In the Netflix documentary, Meghan gave us a completely different story.
Someone who was a friend had this video of the two of them, it was like a Snapchat.
Oh gosh, just that whole thing it started was like
with
dog ears.
Dog ears. And
that's what he saw of me.
So which one is it, Meghan? To be honest, I believe in Prince Harry's version of events. Simply because it sounds way more believable. And Prince Harry doesn't have much reasons to lie about this. Honestly, who would really invite you for a date if he saw you like this? Like, it doesn't sound plausible at all. The name of their mutual friend was never publicized. We don't really know who that was, but rumors say that it was New York-based fashion designer Misha Nono, who happened to be married to one of Harry's best friends at the time. So there you have it. To get onto Harry's radars, Meghan found somebody who already knew him and made friends with them first. Part 2. Come prepared. Now the first goal was achieved and Meghan got that first date, that introduction. However, now she had a more complicated task at hand. How do you turn one date into many? How do you really attract his attention and spark his interest? If you think that looks are enough, let me disappoint you. The most attractive person in the world would seem disgusting to you if he or she said something that contradicts your personal beliefs, isn't it? And in this case, in case of Meghan Markle, her appearance, however gorgeous, doesn't seem to be very much in Harry's taste, judging by his ex-girlfriends, of course. So to get him to like her as a person, she really needed to understand what kind of person he is, his likes and dislikes, his aspirations and his traumas. Thankfully, in the age of social media and of course millions of interviews that he gave over the course of his life, she didn't have to hire a private investigator.
So that's the thing, when people say, did you Google him? No. But that's your homework. You're like, look, let me see what they're about in their feed, not what someone else says about them, but what they are putting out about themselves.
In their documentary, she opens up about browsing his Instagram page, but I do suspect that she went way further than that. And here are the few things that she could have understood about him. First thing, His ideal image of a woman is his mother, as is for many men, but in case of Prince Harry, this image is way stronger, is solidified because he lost his mother when he was so young. So what kind of a woman that is? Charitable, warm, good mother, and a victim. And if Meghan couldn't become Diana in appearance, she would embody all the qualities that Harry saw in her. And this is very important. She didn't have to be Diana as she objectively was. She had to embody the qualities that Harry saw in his mother. Second, his personal traits, his likes, dislikes, traumas, and so on. He likes nature, he's kind of very outdoorsy, he likes sports, he is interested in his charitable pursuits, and he has a serious trauma related to privacy. This, of course, also comes from his mother. Further, we will see how Meghan masterfully used all this information to kind of like trap him, to attract his attention. So for Harry to instantly click with her, she needed to understand more about him as a person. And my God, men love women who share their interests. Part 3. Adventure together. Meghan and Harry have met only twice before their legendary, life-changing trip to Botswana together. In the documentary, they open up about how crazy the idea of a trip really was at that point.
And then as we were talking about when are we going to see each other next? He's like, I have to go to Africa, doing some conservation work. He's like, I have 1 week off. And I was like, I have 1 week off. And it was the same week. So he said, do you want to come to Botswana? I said, let me think about it. And then I did.
So why did she agree then? I think from Harry's side, this invitation was kinda a test. Maybe he realized, maybe it was subconscious, but remember we talked about his interests. I suppose in those 2 meetings, she made sure he knows that she shares all of them. And I'm also sure that she is not the first woman in Harry's life who tried to pretend that she likes everything that he likes. She is active, just like him. She is outdoorsy, just like him. She loves Africa, just like him. So Harry was like, hey, if you're into all of this too, hop on a trip with me. And guess what? She did. Trip to Botswana achieved another very important thing. It is a famous pick-up technique. Having an adventure together, adrenaline-charged adventure, at the beginning of a relationship can help and will help bring you and your potential partner closer together. Why? First of all, you are creating memories that you can later recall and share and feel like you already have mutual past, and talk about it on Netflix, of course. Secondly, when you are having an adventure together, like spending 5 days together in a tent in the middle of Africa, you have the dopamine boost into your blood, and this feeling of euphoria that dopamine brings starts being associated to this person, to the potential partner. So let's conclude this part. Meghan, whether she really likes camping or not, goes on a 5-day trip on an adventure to Botswana together with Harry, and thus they create together memories and they have adrenaline-charged experience which links them and brings them closer together. Again, this is a very famous pickup technique. If you want somebody to instantly like you, very fast fall for you, take them on an adventure. You don't have to fly to Botswana. You can take them to a roller coaster trip or on a very scary movie. It will achieve the same thing. Part 4. Guarding the privacy. We all know that Harry and Meghan are big on privacy. Hello documentary on Netflix, Interview to Oprah, and his memoirs. There is a serious reason why Harry is so obsessed with his privacy. He sees media is ultimate evil that destroys people's lives and who ultimately took his mother from him. And let's be honest, at this point in the beginning of their relationship, their goals towards going public or not going public were completely opposite. Harry wanted a private relationship with a woman just to find out if they click, if they will have a future together. Meghan wanted a public relationship with a very famous guy to boost her own popularity. But at that point, all the power was on Harry's side. She had to play by his rules. So their relationship was kept private for 6 months. At the same time, Meghan was playing with press, constantly warming up their interest towards her persona. For example, she would post a picture of her dog wearing a Union Jack sweater, or she would post pictures of her wearing the same bracelets like Prince Harry wears, or she will be caught on paparazzi's shot wearing a necklace with letters H and M. Coincidence? I don't think so. Meghan made sure they had that love bubble that he craved so much, at the same time not compromising on her own goals and tying him closer to her in the process. Part 5. Simple girl. If you watched Netflix documentary or any of Meghan Markle's interviews, you know that she likes portraying herself as a simple neighborhood girlie who values simple things above all and loves to hug everyone, even people she never met before.
Even when Will and Kate came over and I had met her for the first time, they came over for dinner. I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. It's like I was a hugger. I've always been a hugger. I didn't realize that that is really jarring for a lot of Brits.
Is she really like this? Spoiler, no. We are talking about a woman who dresses like this for a sporting event and who wears Cartier necklace and bracelet everywhere she goes. Meghan loves luxury and expensive things. She wears it when it's acceptable and when it's not. She wears it anyway. She doesn't care. She was judged in press quite a few times for wearing extremely expensive brands and jewelry to meetings with poor. She just can't stop herself. And yet, she made sure Harry sees her as a simple girl. Why? Well, firstly, it made sure she stand out from the range of previous girlfriends who were all from his circle. Her American friendliness and the habit to hug everybody made her look warmer, more approachable, more easygoing, and unique. She was so unlike British posh aristocracy that he is used to, that it was easy and homey to be next to her, and he craved for more. Also, since Harry had problems fitting into the role of a British prince himself, she seemed relatable. She couldn't fit in because she was different, like him, like his mother. And that brings us to the next point, part 6, the most important point that she is using to keep them together. Meghan is the victim and Harry is her savior. When we talked about how Prince Harry sees his mother, we've covered that one of the qualities that he attributes to her is being the victim. Diana was a victim of everybody. She was left by her own mother, so victim of her own family. Royal family failed to protect her, so victim of them too. And the victim of press, obviously, who ultimately took her life from Harry's point of view. I have a detailed video about Princess Diana and I will leave it in the description to this video. He believes that she is the victim of media, even though it's known fact that she used to play with press. She used to feed them information about her location or some juicy facts she would feed them when it suited her. She used press in the war against her husband, then Prince Charles. Irrespective, in Harry's eyes, Diana is the victim. Imagine a boy who lost his mother and couldn't save her, and now he gets a second chance to save his mother. For him, this second chance is Meghan. She made sure he sees her as a victim who needs her savior, and only he can be that savior. She is a victim of royal family that's bullying her, that fails to protect her from evil press. Press is awful and they are racist towards her and they are bullying her, and her own family rejects her. So she is also a victim of everybody.
I said to him, I've lost my dad in this. So him as my father-in-law was really important to me.
Meghan masterfully created this war inside his head, playing on his own trauma. Darling, it's us against the whole world. I'm the victim. You need to save me, and if you don't, the story will repeat itself. Remember the beginning of the TV series about them? This is a very, very dangerous, very powerful tool to tie somebody to another person, to find an enemy to fight together. In Harry's case, this tool was even more powerful. It worked like a charm because all of the enemies that she pointed out were already enemies in his head. They are guilty in his mother's death. Last but not least, part 7, playing on his insecurities. The final act of Meghan and Harry's royal story is leaving the royal family for good. This was 100% in Meghan Markle's interests. I believe she needed to leave the royal family because she couldn't shine in there. Not in the way that she wanted. If they stayed inside the royal family, Meghan and Harry would always be second-grade royals. Always one step behind William and Kate. Always in their shadow. Kate, at the end of the day, one day will be a queen. Meghan will always stay a duchess. And as the three children of William and Kate will grow and join the royal spotlight, Harry and Meghan would move deeper and deeper into the shadows. They would become less and less interesting for everybody. Being a member of royal family is first responsibility, and only secondly it is a fame. But Meghan wanted to be a celebrity first, with all the luxury attributed to it, and preferably without any limitations. She wanted to be a Hollywood-style celebrity, not a kind of celebrity you can become inside the royal family. So the goal was clear: they needed to leave. And of course, they needed to save their royal titles, because that's what makes them celebrities. But now they won't have any limitations. But how to convince Harry to do this? Well, I believe he didn't need much convincing. How did he name his memoir book? Spare. An unhealthy concept to build your whole identity on. Harry hated to be the second one as much as Meghan did. For him, leaving the royal family meant coming out of his brother's shadow and becoming something other than the spare boy, something bigger, something better. And Meghan got him exactly where she wanted him. Thank you for watching this video. Share your opinion about the lovely couple in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye bye.